Hi, how are you? Welcome to this video from our podcast channel called Gumball Sports Machine. If this is your first time here, well, if you could go ahead and hit that like, hit the subscribe button, it would be much appreciated. If you like this clip, we go live on Tuesdays and Friday nights. Hopefully there's an edit there and you can catch us live. But here's a segment from our most recent podcast. Like and subscribe, like my OG says. Thank you. The playoffs are just right around the corner. And there are a lot of players in the NBA that are looking to make a name for themselves in the playoffs who haven't been able to do so in previous years. So, Tone, what I want to ask you, what player has the most pressure on them to perform at the highest level in the NBA playoffs to give their team the best chance to win a NBA championship? We've seen some players who have not been able to perform in the playoffs at the highest level because we've seen these players shrink when their teams absolutely need them most. Which NBA player stands out to you that needs to perform at their highest level in the NBA playoffs?
It's actually a great question. Um, and yeah, I'm probably gonna sound real biased, and I might actually sound like low with this one, like real haterish. But I personally would have to go with Luka Doncic, and the reason being is that one, he's made it to the chip before. Reason two is he's world widely known as a top five, in some people's eyes, top three player in the league. He's got LeBron James, who's on, maybe second year closest to retirement. Um, and they're what, top five in the West? So they obviously have a chance. They got Austin Reeves back. He's looking like, still looking like the guy. Like he can go out there and give you 30. So they have a chance. It's not like they don't have a solid chance. If Luka can go out there, continue to perform the way he has, play a little bit more defense, who knows who they can upset in the West. But if he goes into the playoffs and plays mediocre, I feel like we've got to take him out of that top five conversation at this point. Um, and that's why I would go with the most pressure. When I think about the other guys, you got Jokic, who's done it before. He's got his uh, Cade, who likely have a little bit of pressure, but he's never won in the playoffs. You got JT and JB who've got theirs. Um, yeah, I don't. SGA got his. I'm thinking of the whole the big names. Yeah, and I don't want to name all the guys to give these guys an opportunity to underline who they think. But I think Luka's got to perform well. It's going to be tough because they, being that fifth seed, they're going to play on somebody else's territory. Um, but I think he's fully capable. He's one of the more prolific offensive players we've ever seen in this game.
Lo, is there somebody that stands out to you that you think needs to really perform to take their team over the top? Maybe somebody who hasn't performed at their best in the playoffs over the past few years that really needs to step up this year.
Uh, yeah, I think there's one name in particular that's screaming in big red and black bolded letters, and it's Kevin Durant.
I knew it. I swear I knew you.
It's
I know D'Lo, man. I
it's
know this
Kevin
dude,
Durant.
man.
It's, it is.
That's a good one.
It's
That's a good
KD.
one.
It's KD. The Rockets have not been as good as we thought they were. Um, we thought that Kevin Durant would come in here and he would redefine this system. Now, obviously, Fred VanVleet got hurt and it kind of threw a wrench into things. I understand that. But we still expected them to be better than what this is. It looks kind of awful. And even though they're still winning games occasionally, um, they're really close games. And I don't like it from that perspective. And if the playoffs were to start today, they would be playing the Timberwolves. And we've seen Anthony Edwards already get the best of KD. We've seen it already. I don't like that matchup for them. So, in order for this Rockets team to go, second round, not be a first round exit, and even conference finals where we thought that they could potentially be, KD is going to have to pick up his game. Just does he have that in him? And not only does he have to pick it up, but he has to make the team around him better, which is something that he has failed to do quite literally the entirety of his career for the most part. Um, Can he make Sengun better? Can he make Amen Thompson better? I don't know. I don't know. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, I think Kevin Durant has the most pressure on him to perform. And even if they get eliminated, if they get eliminated and Kevin Durant plays the way he has in the past few playoffs that he's been in, it might get a little shaky. It honestly might get a little shaky. And with Luka Doncic, I think he's still young enough to overcome that. But at this point in KD's career, I don't think that he does. I don't know how much longer KD will be an elite, efficient level basketball player. So I think it's now or never if you're Kevin Durant.
Kyson, that's your boy. That's your boy. And, it sounds like you had a feeling that that's where D'Lo was going to go. Do you also believe it's Kevin Durant, or is there somebody that stands out to you a little bit more than Kevin Durant in terms of somebody who needs to perform in this year's playoffs?
I think D'Lo made some good points. I just think the Rockets as a whole, yes, Fred VanVleet is missing. Yes, I think Steven Adams is missing even more. Like, man, what he brought to this team was insane. Like, I seen it last night against the Lakers. Adams, I'm not gonna go too long with the Rockets. I'm gonna just say this: Adams fits Ime Udoka's system. Does he fit the Rockets? That's a question for a different day. Ime Udoka does not fit this team. The coach does not fit this team because this is a coach that relied on in Boston shooters, two good guys and shooters. We don't have that. We don't have facilitators. We don't have shooters, right? So I'm with you, D'Lo. I definitely think he does. He has to be Superman for us to do anything, and that's a problem. I'll put that on the franchise. I'm not putting that all on Kevin Durant. Definitely pressure is going to be on him. He definitely needs to give us all of what he got because we did give up Jalen Green. We did give up Dylan Brooks, who was a key piece to our success last year. But the management and the coaching and everyone else, they have to do better, in my personal opinion. With that being said, I'm going to go to the Eastern Conference and I'm going to go with my other team. Yeah, I'm on my Jamal team, man. The Cavaliers, man. When it comes to teams, I'm gonna go team wise. I think the Knicks and the Cavs have a bunch of pressure on them because the Knicks got to the conference finals last year. There's no one in their way technically. I mean, the Boston, yes, they're coming up, but if you think about it, they're banged up. The Knicks are not. So the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, he wants his $300 million contract. You got to go and get it, right? And the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell he's starting to prove himself as a playoff stinker, just like James Harden. I love James Harden to death, but as the playoffs get more and more pressure, it just seems like he shrinks, and so does Donovan Mitchell, and that's kind of concerning if you're the Cavaliers. James Harden, just to D'Lo's point, how many years of James Harden do we have left? Of James Harden, beard, 20 and 10, 20 and 8, whatever the case may be. This might be we might get one more, maybe one more year of this James Harden before we have to say, hey man, it's over. Chris Paul level, right? I genuinely think this is James Harden's last legit chance to make a name for himself in the playoffs. And Donovan Mitchell, year 8, year 7, year 8, you still don't have any signature playoff moments besides the bubble. Come on, man. Like we, yes, we need you to step up, man. Cleveland, we need you to step up, man, because boy James Harden needs a ring so we can clear D Wade.
Diabolical.
Hey, you know what? I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, gotta have a plan B every once in a while. You know what I mean? Hey,
I'm not
you
gonna
know
lie,
what?
I thought that's where Lowe was headed, but once he said the red and black, I knew it was different. But I thought he
Hey,
was going to pull his
and
non-official
they're
card.
in similar situations, James Harden and Kevin Durant.
I I think Kyson, you kind of you read my mind. The correct answer of who needs to step up the most in the NBA playoffs is James Harden. That's the right answer. James Harden. He has an opportunity this year. And I'm not saying the East is wide open because now Jason Tatum is back. That shrinks that opportunity very, very small for the rest of the Eastern Conference. But if James Harden wants even a chance to get to the NBA Finals and to have an opportunity to win his first NBA Finals, he has to play almost the best basketball of his career in the NBA playoffs. Because that is what's going to take in order to win in the NBA playoffs. In the East, when you go up against the Boston Celtics and you talk about the Jason Tatums and the MVP level Jalen Browns, and then you talk about the New York Knicks with the Jalen Brunsons and the Karl Anthony Towns and the OG Anunobis and Mikal Bridges, and then you talk about the number 1 seed Detroit Pistons with the Cade Cunninghams.
I was about to say, what's going on here? You're not gonna mention the guys, the number 1 seed East? We
That's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take 2018 beard James Harden. And he has just never shown that in the playoffs. He's always shrunk in the NBA playoffs. And now he has an opportunity to go compete in the East. He has an opportunity. He doesn't have to face the OKC Thunder. He doesn't have to face the Lakers. He doesn't have to face the Spurs. He doesn't have to face the Denver Nuggets. He has not an easier path, but it's still going to be a path to the NBA Finals in which he has to be great. He has to be great. And if he's not, to Kyson's point, how many opportunities do you have left if you're James Harden? How many more opportunities? You're getting older. Your body's not going to be the same. Are you going to be able to withstand an 82-game season plus the NBA playoffs? So this is going to be his best opportunity, I think, to go win an NBA Finals. And if he doesn't live up to that opportunity, we may be looking at James Harden in a completely different way.
Number 4.
No, I don't think so.
And I feel like that was what motivated me saying Lucas. I don't think Kevin Durant moves on that hierarchy if he underperforms in the playoffs. I don't think James Harden does either. I feel like they stay pretty much where they are. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
but
KD
I don't-
discourse?
What'd you say?
Have you seen the KD discourse? Have you seen that?
It's
Well,
yeah.
I mean, social media.
They're still calling that man a fraud because he can't win without Steph. They're still calling him that.
Hey, you know,
In
what?
this situation, though,
Finals
it's low
MVP.
key. He's out of position this time. Like, this is the one time where you're like, all right, he's just doing way too much. Dude, point guard right now. And I've seen 3 games in the past week where the damn Pelicans were doubling this man and giving him the wits. Like,
Yeah,
it
it's
is insane to me. Like, how do you cannot beat a double
Hey,
team?
Hey,
Been in the
you
league
going through?
forever.
I was going through the past 2 years. KD is
Are
the
the Rockets
worst
better
passer in
than
basketball.
anybody in the West that we think? To be honest, Maul, are the Rockets better than
I don't think so.
Minnesota? Are they better than Denver? Are they
I think
better
so.
than
No.
OKC? Are they
No.
better than the Spurs? So
No.
how can I have
Absolutely not.
expectations? Kevin Durant's not beating them.
Are they better than them? No, but can they beat any of those teams?
No,
I think they can.
Not right now.
no.
They, in the
I think
beginning
they
of the season,
can.
in the
Who?
beginning
Which
of
one
the
of those
season-
teams?
Yeah,
but,
tell me which one.
You're telling I think they can beat Minnesota. I
That-
think they
that
can
might
beat Denver.
That might be
And
the
I
only-
think they can beat San Antonio.
Denver?
I think they
I
can
think-
break. I think they
I
can
think-
beat those 3.
the only team I thought we
I
could
do.
beat was the Lakers, and they just embarrassed us yesterday.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
Now
bad.
we were missing Sengun. I will say that a huge part of our offense was missing.
I think they can beat the Lakers too.
I think we can beat the Lakers and the Suns. That's about it, bro.
I think I agree with that. I do think you can beat the Lakers. I think the Suns will give you a run for your money. I do think you can beat the Suns. Anybody you can beat anybody in the play-in. You can beat the Suns, Clippers, Pelican, whoever else is in the play.
I
You can beat
think
anybody.
honestly, I'm starting to look at the Suns might be questionable. Oh, if Devin Booker continues
They're
the
on a
way he's
3-game
been
skid.
playing,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, I understand that. But if Devin Booker,
Sorry, Maul. That was uncalled for. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that was
it was kind of unnecessary.
My bad.
yeah.
But if Devin Booker can continue to play the way he's playing, and the other guys can step up, who knows what a season, what a playoff series could look like? I feel like they honestly just need JG to step up.
Him and they need Dylan Brooks back. They're really missing Dylan Brooks right now.
Yeah, they're definitely missing him.
The
But
Suns don't.
KD got to do too much over there for me. Like Sengun is not the version of Sengun we've seen in the first 20 games. And KD got to just do too much. And at 30, what is it, 38? I think Ryan Dunn can harass that boy.
Segun
Ryan
is
Dunn, Rasheer Fleming.
it's the defense, man. Segun, their just defense is just horrible. And I'm telling you, from experience, when you getting dogged on offense, like they coming at you every play, point guard coming at you, small forward coming at you, center coming at you. You shooting, it's not going in because you know I got to get back Wemby dunking on me. I got to get back Jokic, get me 30, 15, and 12, right? I don't think the Suns have a big guy that can really give Single those type of problems. Mark Williams is decent, but he's not an offensive threat. Any team that can give Segun the absolute work, Ant, Julius Randle, Luca, so on and so forth, I think they can give us a run for our money. And to Tone's point, the expectations, they're gone. And I genuinely think this is the one time we can kind of give KD a pass. This team is just not built. We have no shooters. None. Tari Eason is five. Tari Eason is 6 of 70 since the All-Star break from 3.
But again,
This
this was a problem coming into the season. Like I said it before. I said the Rockets can be good, but they're not going to be as good as a lot of people think they are because one, they don't have any shooting. They don't have anybody that can consistently shoot the 3 ball. And 2, they don't have a ball handler because if Kevin Durant is your main ball handler, as I saw, they tried way too many times in Phoenix the past few years, he will continue to turn the ball over. And when he had 6 turnovers in the second half alone last night with against the Lakers.
But their defense, to Twins' point, if your superstar has turnovers and you play good defense, you'll get the ball back and have possessions to win. Like Jokic averages turnovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he puts up great, wild numbers, but he turns the ball over. You know what I'm saying? That usage rate, he turns that pill over. But on the other end, they get some stops. That boy Christian Brown helps them get stops. The boy Aaron Gordon helps them get stops. Watson helps them get stops. So they get opportunities. The Houston Rockets are just not doing it. And like Kyson said, teams are picking on Sengun, boy. Picking.
Yeah. That's the problem. Like the Rockets defense, I think is elite. I think it's very, very good. And I think it's one of the reasons. You don't think so?
I mean, Thompson's defense.
I was literally just about to say the defense isn't good enough for the lack of offense. Last year was different. Okay. The defense was amazing last year. So therefore we can be mediocre, even bad sometimes on offense and still win games. Now it's like we 50-50 in both. Now it's like we middle in the pack offense, middle in the pack in defense. Oof.
And then you got to think about the teams that they got to beat in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Wemby.
That's the thing I'm worried about.
SGA.
That's the thing I'm worried about.
Ant is a playoff riser. I don't care what no one says.
That's where it's tough for me to give those expectations to the individuals y'all gave. Like, Luka is known as a top 5 player within this organization. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't outperform, overperform, be dramatically better than we've seen the versions of him before, and win, he got to beat somebody. And I ain't gonna lie, them West teams are tough. But he got to beat somebody. And we can't see the same narrative of him crying to the refs, him, not getting back on defense. He got to live up to these expectations. And I feel like if he doesn't, Cade is entering that conversation of being a top 5 player in the league. You look at the team that he now has as, why not?
I think there's too many guys that are I can give you I can name you maybe 7 players that are better than Cade Cunningham right now. I don't
Seven
know if
players that would have gotten the Detroit Pistons to a number 1 spot in the East.
Yeah,
Name them.
I got at least close. Jokic, SGA. Giannis is still in that conversation. Jalen
Giannis,
Brown,
the one that's
Jason
not playing.
Tatum.
Giannis, the
Huh?
one that's not playing, is top 5. How you top 5 and you're not playing?
I just put Jason Tatum in that top 5 too. He's played 10 games.
You're not playing. How he top 5? How he better than Jalen Brown and he not playing?
He also
Again,
put Jalen Brown in that convo. He just said Jalen Brown.
No,
I
but
just
he
said
Jason
Jalen Brown
Tatum.
too. I said both of them. I
You
think
said
both of them.
I'm asking you, how is Jason Tatum in a conversation and he's not playing?
Hold on, wait. My thing is, how we gonna put Luca in this conversation? They don't even consider this man MVP. This man is averaging 33, 10, and 8. Again, he did this
Yeah.
already.
He's leading the league.
And he's
in-
not and nowhere near the MVP 4th, 5th in MVP conversations.
Because
So-
when you look at his defensive rating and how teams are doing the same thing that they're doing the same goon to him, how can you? People are starting to, like, especially the analysts and the players who are doing podcasts are being, they're outspoken about this right now, of Luka being picked on. It's him and Austin Reeves. They're not even picking on the 41-year-old. They're picking on Luka and Austin Reeves.
So where's the expectation in that? Is my question.
There are people who say Maul about to tell me he's top 5. Maul is
yeah, I
about
think-
to
yeah.
tell me he's top
Luka,
5. See?
yeah, no doubt. But
Luka's
the
top 5.
expectation
There's
for them
top-
to be
there's gotta
good,
expectations for the
I
top
don't
5
see
players
it.
in the league.
I don't think anyone is seeing the Lakers making the conference finals this year. No one.
No, but I
Well,
also
That's
don't
why
think
I'm at with it.
I also don't think the Pistons will get to the conference finals.
I was gonna say, we're not saying a team. And the question was what player, because I don't see Houston making the Western Conference Finals.
Who's we?
If Kevin Durant, hold on, wait.
Who's we?
Hold on, pause. If Kevin Durant plays insanely good in the first round, and let's say we go against Minnesota, take them to 7. Kevin Durant plays great. Nothing changes. Nothing. So that's why I'm confused.
I don't have any. I honestly don't
This
have.
is where y'all miss me with the ring culture. So what's the expectation? To win the chip, right?
Yeah.
So that should mean you should have the most pressure on you if you have a legit chance of winning a chip. That's where I'm at. I don't think the Lakers have a legit chance to win a chip.
You
So I
think
don't
you think the Cavs do?
To be honest, if Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, I mean, if they could play their best basketball, yeah.
Damn.
The East is a little more open, in my opinion.
I don't
I
know.
don't think-
Again, if they play their best basketball,
Okay. So what team y'all got coming out the East? Wholeheartedly, like this is a lock.
You wearing a
My
jersey
East.
right now?
No
Boston.
way. No way.
I got the
Boston.
Why not?
No way.
Every
Y'all-
team- every
so
team
we're
that
back in
you named-
2024 with this.
If I
I got
had to put money
No
on a team
way.
to come out of the East, I would
be
put
Boston.
my money on Boston.
March 17th, man, let's put money on it.
Definitely not put my money on New York, who's been
Okay,
up
hold
and
on.
down,
Okay.
losing to mediocre teams lately.
real
Definitely not
quick.
I didn't know. This is news to me. I didn't know Boston was a lock to make the finals as of today.
Re-
No, they're not a lock, but if I
That's
had
what
to
y'all
pick out
telling
of
me.
Detroit,
No, I was
Detroit,
just
New
saying,
York,
if-
Cleveland,
I just heard
Boston.
3 Bostons.
Yeah,
If I had to,
listen
if
to the
I was a
teams that you're
betting
gonna pick out
man
of.
and I had to put money on a team to make it out of the East, the team that I would put my money on is Boston.
Detroit, New York, Boston, Cleveland, and who's in 5th? Miami?
Toronto.
No,
Toronto. My bad.
Toronto.
Toronto. So out of them 5 teams, you telling me
Oh.
you picking somebody different than who we just
Oh.
picked?
Hold on, real quick. Tone, I want to build off of that real quick before we move on, because this is the main event conversation we're about to get to. I'm going to ask everybody, okay? You have 2 options to get out of the Eastern Conference. You can take Boston, you can take the field. So you could take Boston or anybody else in the East to get to the finals. Doesn't matter who. Tone, and I think I know your answer.
Yeah. I probably, I will say this, before Jason Tatum got back, I probably would have said Detroit, just be off of the last 20 games. And before that, I would have picked New York. But New York has been really mediocre the past 20 games. And so I might have picked Detroit. But now that Jason Tatum has come back and I've watched him score 20 plus in 3 of the 4 games that he's played, it's hard for me not to pick JT. And the big thing for me is he's playing defense, and we don't even have Vujicic back. Vujicic should be back right before the playoffs.
Kyson, Boston or the field in the East?
I'm going to the field, but I just want to say this. And y'all can put the Tatum injury. Y'all can I'll go. All right, sure. Tatum got hurt. Y'all gonna lose regardless to the Knicks. Regardless, last year. Just putting that out there. Y'all lost
that I agree
last year. This team is slightly worse than last year.
We were
Slightly.
last year. Do you know we have a better record right now than we did last year?
It's a different league, man.
So okay then. So we have a better record.
That doesn't mean this team. That doesn't make. Wait, whoa. The Rockets were better last year than this year. That doesn't mean that the team is better.
You said the Rockets were better last year than they are this year.
The record wise.
And who's
that's true.
I think this team is better than last year.
Without a point guard, you think this team is better?
Messed up. It's just messed up right now, man. Yeah, exactly. Injuries.
So how are you better?
They are on the team. They're on the team.
But they're not playing.
I'm saying that roster construction. The roster. If
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were both hurt, I can't say we're better.
Yeah, that's your main guy.
Jason Tatum is now back. He is the main guy. So
he's not really back yet.
Freddie V ain't their main guy though, Tom.
Exactly.
He's their main facilitator.
But this is fourth option we talking about on offense.
He's the main facilitator.
Fourth option on offense.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to field me. I'm going to the field. I think Detroit and New York. I'm leaning a little bit more towards them than Boston right now.
D-Lo, Boston or the field to come out the East?
Yeah, man. I would love to go to the field, but I can't. If I was a betting man and I had to put money on it, I would take Boston right now to come out of the East.
I agree. I as much as I hate it and as much as I want the Knicks to come out of the East, Boston look damn near the way they did in 2024. They look very good. And now that they have Jason Tatum back and healthy, hopefully, fingers crossed, that Jason Tatum will be healthy throughout the entire NBA playoffs. I don't see anybody in the East beating him. As competitive as the East is right now, I don't see anybody beating him.
Yeah, I feel like Derek White is a better version than himself. I feel like Peyton Pritchard has confidence that we never seen. If you look at the others, you look at Gonzalez, you look at Garza. Like these guys have developed into fabulous others. And again, Vucci Main will be back in 10 games. And that's another guy that stretches the floor and gives JB and JT opportunities that they were getting when they had Porzingis.
I'm just going to point this out.
Trash.
I'm just going to point this out.
He's one of the best three-point shooting bigs in the league.
Luka Garza is a bucket. Hey, Luka Garza is a bucket. Sorry, Kyson, what were you saying? I'm
just going to say JT go one his reparations soon. That's all I'm going to say, man.
Oh, you keep trying to create the same madness that the rest of the media.
I'm not creating anything. Jaylen Brown is saying it. He's literally saying it takes humility.
Said that he loves that JT is back.
It takes humility to take some of my chicken and give it to bro. He literally is saying this out his mouth. I'm not creating nothing.
He said that he's glad JT is back. That's all I know.
He said both can be true.
Two things can be true.
Two things can be very true.
Yeah, and when he was the last time he was glad, we want a chip, boy.
I think the Celtics look scary, but again, Kyson, I do absolutely believe that somebody else could come out of the East. But if I was a betting man, I would bet on Boston to come out of the East. They look. I think they have the best coach in basketball, and I think they have the deepest roster.
Listen, if I was a betting man, I would put all of my money that the Cavs do not make it. All right. So I'm just gonna put that there. I didn't
say the Cavs was gonna make it.
No.
Miami might not even make the play-in.
And you're right. And you're 100% right. But listen, I had to rant about the Cavs last year, and look at where they're at in the same place.
I can't wait for the playoffs. I can't wait.
Oh, they're in the same.
Miami been in the play-in for 5 years in a row.
And you're right. And we are the play-in kings.
The plan goes through Miami.
They don't want to see Miami in the play-in.